Let's start with the bread on top. Your SAT's essay introduction has essentially two parts, and each of these parts can be tackled with a sentence. The two parts are your starting hook and your thesis statement. The function of the hook is to, well, capture your reader's attention and signal to them that there is a great essay that is worth reading in front of them. You can start with something interesting like a quote, a pun on an aphorism, like say, the early bird gets the can of worms. Or alternatively, you can choose to sound more level-headed by giving a conventional lay of the land if you're not up to the first method, especially if you're under time stress. And if you try to do it this second way, do try to spice it up with a bit of vocabulary and wording. Let's say that our prompt is, do all people need to be creative? And our stand is, yes, all people need to be creative. Then we can write something like creativity as a habit of mind is typically attributed to artists who have the need for the unconventional to entertain their audiences. See, through this sentence, you can establish the context and the tone of the essay. This clues the grader into what they're in for the next 2 minutes or so. Then state your stand in a thesis statement in one sentence. A clearly defined stand is a basic requirement for any SAT essay, and all prompts can have two stands, very simply for or against. So in a good thesis statement, you should say the first is the issue given in the prompt, and the second is whether you are for or against the statement in the prompt. You might find that simply just saying, yes, I agree that creativity is essentially for everybody, is quite a dumb way of going about it. Instead, try going in from a less direct approach by embellishing the sentence, paraphrasing the prompt. Going back to the creativity prompt, the thesis statement can be, it is, however, sadly underrated by others. People of all walks of life would surely find that a touch of novelty can drastically augment their life and work. This task establishes your stand and the issue in the essay without sounding like you're just lazily copying off the prompt. To recap, the introduction to your SAT essay should comprise of a one-sentence hook and a one-sentence thesis statement. Don't forget to show off your vocabulary as you are writing the introduction. The start is when the grader is paying the most attention. So in the next checkpoint, we'll go on to looking at how you craft the meat and lettuce of the essay, the supporting points.